What is up guys, it's Messi.7 here today and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 ranking video. Today we'll be ranking vehicles, but before we get into that I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on my channel recently. We are now on 60 subscribers and we've gained 18 subscribers in the past month. That is really a lot for me. So I just want to thank you guys, but there is still 64.7% of you guys watching that aren't subscribed. So please, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. But anyway, let's just get straight into the video. So coming in at last place is the STAP, or the Staff Speeder. And I would say that there is no bad vehicles in Battlefront, but the Staff Speeder is really bad. It's hard to move around. It's really clunky when you play with it, and you cannot get kills with it. I tried so hard to get kills when I was recording the gameplay. I think I just managed to get 2 assists. It's just awful. The abilities don't really change that much. I mean, you got that one middle ability that is okay, but like I said, Staff Speeder is the worst vehicle in Battlefront 2. And coming in at number 15 is the Land Speeder. Now the Land Speeder kind of suffers from the same problem as the Staff Speeder. However, it is a lot easier to move around and it is not as clunky. But it is still extremely hard to get kills with it. I mean, I find it a lot easier with this vehicle. But with any of the speeders, you have to be so precise to get kills. You have to, that little dot on the screen, that has to be directly where the enemy is, and it's not easy to change it around. So yeah, number 15, Land Speeder. And coming in at number 14 is the LA-80 gunship, but it's not the full gunship. You only get to play as the laser cannon thing on the side. I wish you could play as the full gunship, but you know, this is fine. It's actually a really good ship. I got like a 9 or 10 player kill streak in this gameplay. But the downsides are it's on rails. You can't move the full ship. You can only move your little cannon thing, and you only get a set amount of time to play as it. I don't know whether this is one of those that if you get kills it extends your times. It might be. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a good ship. It's just there are way better ones. And coming in at number 13 is the Imperial Speeder Bike. Now obviously this is a speeder. It suffers from the same problems as most speeders. It's really hard to kill enemies and it's a little bit clunky, but I actually really like this one, and that's because it's actually really nice to move around with. Its mobility is excellent. Unfortunately, it's only available on at the Endor map. If it was available on such as Geonosis, like flat ground maps, it would actually be quite a good speeder, but unfortunately it's only available on Endor, which then ranks it quite low down. So number 13. And coming in at number 12 is the U-Wing gunship. Now the U-Wing gunship is just like the LA-80. It's on rails. It has a timer. I think this is one of those ones where you kill an enemy and your time gets extended, but again, not too sure. But yeah, playing as the gunner in this ship is so satisfying. Raining down fire on Yavin 4. It would be so cool if this ship was available on maps such as Scarif, but unfortunately it's only available in Yavin. But again, it's still so fun to play as. So it is number 12. And coming in at number 11, just missing out on the number 10 spot, is the LUIV. Slash the stolen LUIV. Now this is the first order speeder, and it is actually quite a good speeder at range, but because of its size at short range it is just so trash. You can see here in the gameplay I really struggle to take out this trooper right beneath me because of how large this speeder is, but at a distance like medium range it is very good, so that's why it is number 11. And heading into the top 10, starting it off with the Bark Speeder, yet the second to best speeder. And I actually really like this speeder. It's really nice to move around and it's not really clunky, but it is a little hard to get kills off with. I think I only got 1 or 2 kills here, but yeah, there's nothing really bad to say about this vehicle. I really like it. It can get a little clunky sometimes. But yeah, number 10. And coming in at number 9 is the MTT. Now the MTT is yet another artillery unit. It is on rails, and I know for sure that this one is not one where if you get killed it extends your time. You only get a minute in it, which is not good, and I kind of think that the damage that the explosive shots off is not good, and you have to be so precise with your shots. But it can get you a few kills in that short time period. So yeah, number 9. And taking the number 8 spot is the final speeder. It is the ski speeder. Now I love this speeder so much, not because it is again hard to kill enemies with your blasters, but because the best way to kill enemies in the speeder is to run them over. Yeah, you can actually run enemies over in the speeder, and it's so satisfying to get them. And it is very satisfying when you turn and you see all the red dust behind you. It is just amazing. As you can see there in the gameplay, I did just run that person over, and it's just a great speeder in my. It's good maneuver. It's a tiny little bit clunky, and it is hard to get kills unless you run them over. So it 100% deserves number 8. And coming in at number 7 is actually our first armor class vehicle, and that probably says something about the armor class. They're all really good, but in my opinion, a ATRT is good, but it kind of suffers from the same problem as a speeder, as in I find it really hard to get kills. I do get some kills with it, but it's not as easy as the other armor tank vehicles. But there's not really any other problem with it. It's a little bit clunky, but that's really it anyway. So yeah, number 7, ATRT. And coming in at number 6 is actually the best speeder in the game. I know I said that for the ski speeder, but I completely forgot about the snow speeder. And yeah, the snow speeder is technically a speeder, although it's not really a ground vehicle, it's more of an air vehicle, but I'll count it in at this video. I love the snow speeder. It's just so nice. It's a little bit clunky in my opinion, but it's so nice to just take down TIE fighters in and TIE interceptors. And occasionally I do like to shoot at the ground and get a few kills just like that. But yeah, snow speeder comes in at number 6. And now we head into the top 5, and taking the number 5 spot is the AT-AT. Probably the most fun vehicle to play in the game. It's probably this high up because how fun it is to play on Hoth. I love bringing down airstrikes on people. I love shooting my cannon and my blasters. It's just overall a great vehicle. The only downside is that the only way you can play as it is Hoth Galactic Assault. But, you know, it's just a great vehicle. And when you do find a Hoth Galactic Assault, I'm always in the AT-AT. So it 100% deserves number 5. And coming in at number 4 is the AAT. Probably the most fun tank in this game. But it is really fun. I love raining down fire on those clone troopers on Kashyyyk, Naboo, Geonosis, whatever map. This is a great vehicle. All 3 abilities is great. Its primary weapon is great. Everything about this vehicle is just great, and it hands down deserves number 4. And now we're in the top 3, and starting off with the ATTE, the best artillery unit in this game. And that's probably because it is the only artillery unit not on rails. You can actually drive this vehicle around, even though it's kind of hard because of how large it is. But this was just a great, while I was recording the gameplay, I had the most fun I probably had in Battlefront in a long time. I felt like I was in the Clone Wars, raining down heavy fire on those poor battle droids, firing at the wherever they are on Geonosis. But yeah, it was just great, and I was like, this has to be in the top 3, so it is number 3. And now in at number 2 is the TX-130. This is an amazing vehicle in my opinion. I'm so glad that they added it to the game. I love playing as this, especially when it's vehicle-on-vehicle combat, such as the AAT versus the TX-130. It is just amazing. It's so fun. It really deserves the number 2, but it is not as good as the number 1 spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot, the best vehicle in Battlefront 2 is the ATSTs. And I say the ATSTs because I'm counting the ATST, the stolen ATST, and the first order ATST all in one, as they're all pretty much the same vehicle. But I love this vehicle. It is so fun to use the 2 abilities. The one on the left is alright, but it's not that fun as the rocket barrage and the missile. It's just so fun. I love storming into Yavin and any other map you can play as. It's just so fun. So yeah, number 1 spot, highly deserved. So guys, that was my ranking of all 16 Star Wars Battlefront 2 vehicles. Let me know your rankings in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. But anyway, I will see you later. Enjoy the new outro. Bye.